If you try any of these routes, you're on your own, as we make no assurances regarding safety, difficulty signage, or possible errors in our route description. And good morning. It is 7 o'clock and it's Sunday, August 11th, and I'm getting ready to ride Corvallis to the sea, Corvallis to coast. So let me make a plan here. Okay, a little Google Maps. So what I have here on the website, it says that the Old Peak Road is closed for some timber management reasons, activities. So I'm probably going to take Woods Peak for the first part, and I thought I'd just film it and then I could look at it. I'm taking this camcorder with me, and I wish this was better resolution. Let me see if I can adjust it. Too bad you can't do it in like a night mode on this website and actually see the roads. Okay, so if I take Woods Creek, there's the merges with Old Peak. There's Woods Creek Trailhead. Okay, take a right there. Stay on Woods Creek for a stretch. Stay on Woods Creek. This looks a little hinky, but I think it's actually pretty hard to miss your turn here, from what I recall. So basically I'm going to stay on Woods Creek through this kind of mess. Then it becomes Shot Pouch. Then I'm going to branch off onto Mary's Peak. And I think if it's pretty well signed. It's pretty hard to get lost at the first part. So if I go by Caseware Computer System, so I've taken the wrong turn, turn around, go back to Mary's Peak for a ways. I like this one, junction between Mary's Peak, and Mary's Peak. Okay, Crawford Canyon, stay on Mary's Peak, Here's Chapel of the Valley. I think I remember going by there before. We'll branch off to 3015. I'm not going to take that. And then I get to Harlan. Okay. Okay, again, this part is pretty easy to not get lost. I think last time I went through Harlan. There's the Harlan Burnt Woods turnoff. It's like you could bail out there if you're, you know, bonked. Okay, so now Big Elk Creek, I rode to that before. I'm not going to do that this time because I know better. You basically, I think you cross a little creek here and you go up Hilltop. It's pretty hard to miss this one. It's a paved road. Okay, and it's steep as heck. I think it has a label, but it doesn't say Hilltop. I think it says NF31. It's got a little sign. Okay, Randall Saddle. So you merge with Bull Run Road. You keep going. Hilltop. Big Elk. Drift Creek Road. Okay, go straight there. Okay, stay on Hilltop. Don't take the turn off onto 3127. Okay. This one I think I remember. This is when it turns to Logging Road. I think there's a sign. I don't think it says Sunny Ridge Road, but there's a junction with Mill Creek, so I'm going to get on Sunny Ridge here. I guess follow Horse Creek. There's some swimming hole around here somewhere in these areas where I haven't found yet. Well, I'd like to find one day. Okay. When I get up here, I think I'm going to actually be on Thousand Line. It looks like Sunny Ridge becomes Thousand Line. And this is where I hitchhiked from before. But I basically want to get onto Beaver Creek or NF 128 here. And I hope I don't miss that one because it looks like, you know, a bad one if you miss that one. But I don't know, I'll just hope for the best. And basically I'm going to stay on Beaver Creek, NF 128, I think for the duration. And I think it's pretty hard to get lost after that. Coast Cabin, don't know where that is, never seen it. I think I went by it when I drove by. When I hitchhiked. And North Beaver Creek, you get to Ona. This is where it becomes paved, and you take Beaver Creek Road all the way to Ona. and then you jump in the ocean. Okay, wish me luck. Here's my pack here. Soup, salsa, I'm gonna have some chips, carrots, olives. Here's my breakfast. I've got some 2 eggs, potato, some pico. Okay, 2 saddlebags. I think I'm gonna have too much water this time because it's not very hot. I'm packing extra. I got a Camelback, 2 bottles of water. I got 1 this coffee, and I got 1 this Gatorade. Alright, not doing clip-ins this time. I just got shoes on and flat pedals. I don't know. So I got a couple of tools. I got some money. I'm going to try to take the bus back. What else? I don't know. Here goes nothing. So yeah, no clip-ins this time. I got flat pedals, and I got knobbier tires to try and take on that really bad gravel road that I hit last time. And I had crappy, slicks on. I had like fat tire slicks on my bike, and I couldn't get any traction on that logging road. Had, gravel, huge pieces of gravel that I'd never seen before, but I guess the logging road, they don't care. They put out like really huge rocks. So this time I've got knobbies, same bike, and just going the distance this time. And I also have a rear view mirror this time. Hopefully that will help me spot logger trucks that are coming up behind me. I'm hoping not to see too many of those because it's Sunday. It's overcast today. I think it'll stay that way for a lot of the trip. It was overcast all day yesterday. And I'm hoping to catch one of these Coast to Valleys back. I'm bringing a lock. If they don't have a space on their bike rack, I'm locking up my bike and I'm leaving it. So, Newport City Hall. I'm probably shooting for this 2:40 p.m. Heading back, or the 5:40 if I miss the 2:40. And I really have no idea how long it's going to take me. I'm getting going now. It's about 7:30. Alright, 10 miles in. I made my turn off onto Woods Creek. I'm up Woods Creek with no paddle. But my bike will be my paddle, I guess. And so far, the first turnoff is easy to make. Well marked. Alright, I'm on the gravel, so I'm going to try and show all the different conditions on the road. I thought Woods Creek would leave me on pavement for longer, but here I am. This is, what you normally consider gravel. It's pretty easy. It's almost paved, and as long as you stay out of the deep gravel on the sides, you're good. And I think that's car number 5 since I've been on Woods Creek. Bandana to stop any dust kicking up in my face. So far that hasn't been too big a problem. Okay, Old Peak and Woods Creek. Looks like here's the closed sign. This is where you normally come out of Old Peak, the second gate. So it looks like I did the right thing, taking Woods Creek. And so if I come out here, I'm going to stay left up here. Woods Creek was the grade was a little easier than Old Peak. I remember Old Peak, there's a couple places where it's steep enough where you can't stand and mash the pedals, which is kind of my, as a measurement of steepness for when you're riding dirt. So I was able to stand up, and it was pretty tough, but yeah, thought about turning around, but I think I'm just going to go the distance if I don't do it today, perfect conditions, it's not too hot, I'll probably never get her done. So here I go. I'm gonna plug in my phone, keep it charging, keep the Strava going, and maybe have a snack. And actually, I'm actually on the C2C trail now. So here's a really helpful sign. Does this mean bike path this way, hike path this way? Be nice if it was like better labeled. This says C2C trail that way. Okay, but which way is that? Corvallis or Newport? Be nice to know which way you go. I'm assuming this is my turn here. I think if I stay on this one, and I forgot to mention, yes, I'm not doing all the optional single track. I'm doing mostly road, and there's some single track where necessary I'm on single track, but I'm not making this harder than it has to be. Alright, I'm going this way. Okay, so I don't think this is the way I need to go, but I'm just showing it. I think there's a map up here. I'm going to check it. My Strava is kind of working. The GPS kind of works, but I mean it's kind of off too. It's like shows you like you're off the road. Dum-de-dum. See, okay, now this also says C2C trail. And like I said, sometimes the biking and the hiking are different. So this could be the hiking. I think I'm actually going to stay on that road that I just talked about before. I remember being up here before. I think this is a way to get up Mary's Peak. I think this is where I would have come out if I would have started on the trail by Old Peak Road, where Old Peak Road gate came out, and I could have done some, this would have been like an optional single track, would have come out here. Okay, and here's the map. So here's my, you are here. Okay, well, I hit some downhill. God, that felt good. And it looks like I'm about to hit some clear cut. Come to a fork in the road, and they got to stay right here. I think I'm about to hit some clear cut, and there's this one part that's like shale rock. It's kind of funny. It's kind of gnarly. So, alright, have a snack and get on it. I think if I started at 8 and I go to 5 o'clock and I average 7 miles an hour, I should make my bus. Last bus leaving Newport is 5:40, and I just got to make sure I just stay moving and not stop too long. I think I'll make it. I just passed a sign that said planted in 1982. Not too bad, I guess. Getting a lot of downhill miles in. I think I'm about to hit some single track. Required, mandatory single track. Alright, here we are, 21 miles in. God, I got a ways to go. But I'm averaging 6.9 miles per hour, I guess. that's gonna get me where I need to go. I'm not sure because this is auto pausing, so it doesn't count certain doesn't count my stop time. So I don't think I'm going fast enough. But anyways, I might have to call to get a ride. But I'm gonna keep going, and we're officially out of service area. No servicio. Fuera de servicio, señor. Wow. Just bombed some serious single track. I don't know how fun that would be to ride. If I ever run this backwards and do coast to Corvallis, that's going to be a hard uphill, but the single track coming downhill is pretty nice and fun. I went by a couple of buildings. I saw the signs for Shot Pouch Road. Saw a couple buildings. I kind of walked the bike for a little bit. I was even thinking about turning around again because I think that's a bailout point. And I'm glad I didn't. And then I came into a big clearing and just some shell rock, and after that hit the single track descent. My Strava says I'm only 24.4 miles in. I don't know if that's accurate because I am off grid at this point. I mean, I'm out of range, so I don't think there's any really turning back at this point. I think I should be getting to Harlan very soon. Okay. Okay, so I'm coming from the road right behind me here. This sign, I guess I'm coming from Harlan, which isn't really much of a town. It's like a fork in the road. So this is Elk City that way. And I think there's a campground down here. Now I think I went and rode that way before, and I think the reason why is because this tells me to go straight. Now I don't know if this is like straight for hikers, and there's a way to get through, because I swear I didn't see one when I went there last time. I believe for bikers the way to go is Grant Creek Road, and then once I go over this I'm going to hit Hilltop. It's going to be a right turn to NF31. So that's what I'm going to do, and it's going to test me. This Hilltop is no joke. Does it look like Hilltop is a joke to you? So I think I was correct. I'm trying to save a little time this time by not going the wrong way. I guess this is the lovely and beautiful Grant Creek. So I just was like at that other stop like 30 seconds ago. This is just a real quick jog over. Now why is the signage incorrect? Well, I think it's because, you know, the Corvallis to Coast, it's not fully finished, and there, you know, maybe this last part is kind of the part they haven't really finished, and they might not have finished making the signs. They might not have fully established the final route. And I think there's different, you know, there's different proposals and stuff, but for my money, this is the way to go with the least amount of cars. I mean, I think there's other ways to go, which is basically like they're gonna just give up and go back towards like a major road, and you're gonna hike alongside a road, which might be okay if they make trails like alongside that are a little bit off of the road. But if they want to really do a good trail, this is the way to go. NF31 Hilltop. Fork in the road, turns to gravel, goes uphill further, paved to the left. I don't see anything on Strava. Thinking this is like a dead-end logging road. Staying on paved. Well, there's Mary's Peak. I'm past that. Feeling pretty good. Last time I didn't really run, I didn't really hit the wall, I hit that gravel road and it sucked so bad that I hitchhiked, and I also ran out of water. So this time I'm doing good on water, doing good on battery life, and feeling pretty good, like I can finish this. If I can just make it to the pavement, I think the last part will be easy. Alright, past the turnoff to Gopher Creek. I stopped to check directions. I guess I'm still on Hilltop. It looks like I'm making good progress. I feel like I should have gotten back on gravel and back to the clear cut. I'm not sure if I'm going exactly the same way I went last time, but I think I'm going a way that will work. My Strava map still works kind of if you zoom out. So I probably stopped, when I stopped before, I probably had a better connection. Probably should have got a couple of text messages out while I had a chance, and now I'm past that point. I'm at like 1 bar of 4G coverage, and I tried to send a text and I don't think it worked. Alright, I gotta hammer through this and try and catch my bus. Alright, I think I did it. I think I came the same way I did before. I remember this sign, 59, NF 59. I thought it was Mill Creek coming from over here. On the map right now it looks like Thousand Line. Here's the way I came from. And I'm about to hit some really crappy gravel. I'm going to take a right here. I'm going to take Thousand Line to Beaver Creek. Let's do this. Let's get it. So I think I'm pretty much home stretch here. Not really worried about turnoffs at this point. It's pretty much, I think, impossible to get lost, but I think I'm about to hit the Nar. I think right after I come over this little bridge, it's going to pretty much just be clear cut, sun exposure, and gravel with some climbing. And if I can get through it, I'll be on Beaver Creek, back on pavement, and then it's to Ona Beach. The rest should be easy from there. Alright, I just came from here, straight ahead. I passed this hard left. If I stay on Thousand Line this way, I think I can go up kind of to Newport somehow and get back on the road. But I think if I want to go to Ona, I want to take this hard left. There's no labels, there's no signs out here, and I'm not really on the CTC at all. There's no signs for that. I'm pretty much riding Corvallis to the sea, but I'm not on any trail. I'm on like a kind of route. I can't remember which alternate it was, but they've looked at it as a route, but it's not an official route. So I'm kind of just making this up as I go along. I'm going to go and take this hard left off a Thousand Line, and I think this is going to take me to Beaver Creek. Well, I wanted to go to Ona Beach and jump in the ocean and take a cool picture of it, get some video, but I was trying to make a good faith effort to make my bus, and I just missed it. So, made it to Newport, and here I am at the Off the Hook Bar and Grill. Time for a recovery drink. Bye. Returning to the scene of the crime to do trail work on this Corvallis to Sea trail. Got my boots on. See you on the trail.